Laird on the end of the O'Brien Goldstein ruck battle. Walker all the way up to half forward, finds Murphy on the bounce, had to wait for it to sit and pop, and he is away. Murphy, eat my dust, heads toward goal and rolls it home. Awesome start. Game 78, 64 of them for Fremantle. What about that? Rankin, unselfishly to Keys, plays on and rolls it home. The first two to the Crows. Get it from his bootlaces, gave it back. Wobbly kick, bad spot to hit. Phillips good, gave to Shields, in turn to Sheasel. Now the chip kick to a great spot, a perfect spot to Thomas, who we've been singing his praises. Larkey. Davies Uniacke, Zeeble, chips it wide, nicely done. On the run, Tucker. Little hezzy step, then he goes long, goal square. Thomas over the back, and he can ram it through. Put it in the Torrens, and they've got two. They're a lot better than 17th says. Goldstein goes hard, little toe off the deck, and it's through. The miracle goal, the freakish goal, and Riley O'Brien content with that.
He's a centre square ruckman. The other two boys he's up against are both centre square ruckmen, including Cal Coleman-Jones. And Kilthorpe's
the palm to Rankin, magnificent, as is the finish. It doesn't get any better than that. It's a big ruckman to be beating. Gee, that looked like holding the ball from here. He was slung the 720, allowed to get away with it. Dawson, Pedler, who's been in sensational form, and rams this home to prove it again. O'Brien, Luke Davies Uniacke, Simpkin. Umpire told them play on, it wasn't the required, and he has slotted that from the miracle angle.
North have to get some advantage out of Larkey and Zerha. They've barely been sighted so far.
Big collision. Callum Coleman-Jones feeling his head. Zerha in the meantime, he tripped on his own shadow.
What transpired here, so keep your eye on Butts going back. Ooh, everything's there, yeah.
Good collect from Phillips. Heads long, but there's no one home. Murray, gee, got there late, Callum Coleman-Jones. And they're into him. They're letting him know. He didn't do any damage, but they're just letting him know anyway. He nearly did. Oh, yeah, he did get him to the back of the head. CCJ. McHenry. Walker, just beyond his range, perhaps. Dawson's not. Unselfish. Keys. Going to kick another.
And the ball lands on the ground. Yeah, it's a good decision.
Scott launches it. And there's that man again, Wardlaw to Zerha to finish his good work. Looked up, faked the handball, gave it to his good mate Larkey, who dribbles it home. Crowd roaring in full voice. Scott, Simpkin, he wants a handball option. Shields, LDU with a DIY, missed it.
I'm not so sure he's missed, Dwayne.
Or has he? He's got it. OMG from LDU. He's got the goal. Callum Coleman-Jones and O'Brien again. The swipe from O'Brien, got it down to Soligo. Rochelli, O'Brien with the run on. Got too excited. Feet were moving, couldn't quite read it off hands. Oh, hard attack from McHenry. Amazing, got it to Thilthorpe. Instant reply. Brilliant. McHenry set it all up. Umpire told him to play on, so the umpire said you can't make it from there. I'm not giving you 30. Interesting call. Fogarty fed it inside. Little half throw. Rankin. He doesn't need much room at all. Does Isaac. Quick play on. Murphy. Fogarty. Rankin again. Caught though. Gave it up to the Fog.
There's a whistle.
Play on advantage. And the Fog has 3. Soligo, stiff arm, back inside 50, Walker's under it, Mackay had a piece of it, Pedler found some space where there wasn't much. He's a star on the rise. Smith feeds it over. McHenry hands it back to Smith. Had to get it on the bounce. Pokes it. Keys set his own Sherritt. Heads wide. Saligo wants to pass. Lace out with a ribbon on it to Walker. High-scoring games are good if you're leading by 44 points, as the Crows are now. Hinge.
It's a matter of perspective, isn't it?
Henry. Again, down the spine to Tex. Big pack. And Thomas waited at the back. Out the back door. Goes long. So Paul Curtis needs to think his way through this. He might get some protection. Stevenson's with him. Smith might beat them both. Stevenson gets there. Bends it around the body and makes it his moment. Caught. Hunted. Caught. Holding the ball. Free kick to Tex, just beyond his range. Although he struts away and launches goal, one of his all-time best. Turnover. Stevenson on the rebound. Zerha, will he load up? He's on the arc. Spears it towards goal. Against the grain. They get one back. They just want to be back inside the 8. They want to climb. 8 games left after this one as well to play with us. Scholl puts it into the hands of Rankin.
He's looking to play on here.
He bends it. Sir Isaac has got the physics worked out. Still good enough to get it. Ford fed it. Luke Davies-Uniacke got it to Scott. Luke Davies-Uniacke turned into a jam. Phillips, who gave it to him, gets it back to Scott, who bends that brilliantly and got it home. A 21-goal afternoon for 2023's biggest wildcard. The Adelaide Crows rising up the ladder with a bullet. 66-point victors. Let's head down to Mark Rasciuto.
Bag of 5, Isaac. I think that might be the first time you've kicked 5.
Yeah, I reckon too. Obviously, off the back of defensive pressure and the team structure, pretty cool to get 5. But I'm happy that we got the win here. We need to play four quarters of footy. I think we did that.
Looked like you hurt your back there in the third quarter. You obviously pulled up all right.
Yeah, no, I just jarred my back a little. I never had that before. I was just freaking out for a second. It's all good though.
And last week, obviously, really depressing loss in there, and you boys looked like you were feeling it hard, but a good bounce back today. North Melbourne really strong in the first half.
Yeah, definitely. We had the bounce back from last week. Obviously, 2 points. Obviously, didn't play that well in the first half last week, but it was the main focus to play 4 quarters this week. We hipped and flowed a bit, but no, I think we played pretty well.